speaker is Don Proffit, a professional musician, infrequent composer, and painter from Trenton, New Jersey. At Don Proffit Projects, LLC, he's put his talents to use with Martha Graham, Alvin Ailey, and all the schools and organizations with which he works. For Don, meaningful and life-changing engagement is always possible when you establish a safe and honest environment for conversation and collaboration, one in which failure is actually an option. Please welcome Don Proffit.
Good afternoon. Let's see. This is what we're talking about, failing first. And here we go. So, creativity for me has always been a kind of frontier. You know, a frontier of possibilities, of creativity waiting to emerge. And with any frontier, crossing it can be challenging with unexpected obstacles and failed attempts along the way. How many times have we simply given up on an idea at that first failed attempt or obstacle in our path? I've learned that avoiding these challenges inhibits my creativity, often preventing my ideas from ever becoming fully realized. And I have to say, off the script, growing up in Massachusetts, I really thought as a little boy that this is what Colorado looked like. So I look at the creative process through three lenses. The new idea waiting to emerge, the challenges or obstacles involved with that new idea, and finally, my willingness to endure those challenges in order for that new idea to take shape. Where these three concepts intersect turn out for me to be the creative process. So, responding to that initial spark of an idea is key. It might arrive as an impulse, a dream, a connection made during a conversation, and something heard or something seen. And hopefully it leads to an inspired outcome, both for me as the artist and for others. With each new idea waiting to emerge, there are these challenges and obstacles. These may take many forms. Will it be accepted by others? A big one. What's the financial cost and risk? Is it worth it? How about doubt, cynicism, and judgment from me and from others? And what skills and abilities will I need in order to fulfill the idea and make it real? And my ability to stay with this task and these ideas really depends on my ability to endure those challenges. Endurance is influenced through my past experiences, my challenges, my skills, and I think more than anything else, my attitude to overcome and to persist. This ability to endure and be successful is a sign of being creatively fit. So let's consider a blank canvas as a frontier. Making that first mark on a pristine, freshly gessoed surface can be a daunting task. Crossing that threshold, making that first mark can be paralyzing. A fear of its permanence, a fear of doing it wrong, of making a mistake, and my advice is make it anyway. And once you've made that first brushstroke, do it again. With each mark, you begin a conversation of what's possible. And the same can be said in music. A fear of that first note, once made, takes you to the frontier of the unheard of. And your second note begins a conversation in sound that, when set free, will take you on this wonderful musical journey. Over time, I've learned that my first attempt may not always be successful. You gotta try again, and you may be turned down again. So it's easy to deem this a failure. Once there, it's even easier for doubt, cynicism, and judgment to take over and completely cancel out your endeavor. An inner voice tells me then, give up. Wait until my skills improve. Postponing the work until some undisclosed time in the future And the reality becomes, once I've done that, I really never go back. So Robert Frost said it best in his poem, The Road Not Taken, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubt if I should ever come back. Or maybe I'm missing something else altogether. What am I not seeing that keeps me from realizing my idea and moving forward? Trying to resolve a challenge based on how I tackled it in the past, even when my experience tells me to, may no longer be enough. What assumptions about the work, and really what assumptions about myself, do I need to question? So one way I've learned to reconsider failure as failure is to begin to think of those failures as prototypes of the work not yet emerged. Each perceived failure can then be embraced as a way to gather feedback as we coax our inspired ideas into reality. Prototyping allows me to playfully explore my idea, to physicalize it, to experience it in an atmosphere of possibilities. So, in closing here, when there is the promise of a new idea and you're unwilling to endure the storms along the way, you can kiss your creativity goodbye. But if you're willing to accept those challenges and all that goes with it, a fear of failure, doubt, cynicism, and judgment, you will succeed. Giving into failure, letting it stop you, ultimately prevents your ideas, works of art, breakthroughs, discoveries from ever taking place and from ever being shared with others. Treating the challenges as a necessary part of the creative process can free us from the fear of crossing that frontier. Don't let the challenges get in the way of moving forward. Become creatively fit and let that inspired idea and your ability to endure the journey lead the way. Thank you.